Ukraine strikes deep into Russian territory with drone attacks into residential buildings and other facilities. You can see by this footage here that, there we go, large fireball into sort of a residential tower block. People saying sort of reminiscent of a 9/11 attack, nowhere near as big. I believe there was about 8 drones that went into Russian territory. There's another one there. Large fireball. Russia is claiming that there were no casualties, which I think seems quite weird considering sort of the damage that has caused, and there has been to other buildings as well. If you look at Kazan, it is, you can see over here, Ukraine border is all the way down here. Moscow is here. It's just east of Moscow. First of all, Ukraine haven't actually admitted and saying that they have taken these attacks. They never really actually do. It just seems a bit weird to me how drones have made it so far into Russia. It's around 600 miles, I believe, which I don't get how that has happened with Russia's air defense systems, but they have. But here you go. Here it says Ukrainian drones have hit residential buildings in Russian city of Kazan, more than 1,000 kilometers, 600 miles from the front line, bringing the war deep into the heart of Russia. I believe this is the first time that Ukraine has struck so deep into Russia. The Russian Ministry of Defense said the city, located some 800 kilometers, 500 miles east of Moscow, was attacked by 3 waves of drones between 7:40 a.m. and 9:20 a.m. on Saturday. 8 drones were used in the attack, according to the press service of the Tatarstan regional government. 6 hit residential buildings, 1 hit in an industrial facility, and other was shot down over a river. Local authorities said there were no casualties, which seems very surprising to me, so unless they had super advanced warning and were able to get notice out to residents. Ukraine did not acknowledge the attack in keeping up with its security policy. The Kazan airport temporarily halted flight arrivals and departures, Russia's aviation watchdog. So yeah, they also had to close down a major Russia airport as well within Russia, which would have caused massive disruption. But obviously with drones flying around in the area, they've got to be super safe. Don't know what else is in the air, so they want to make sure that no aircraft were, shot down in the attack. This also comes at the same time that Putin has said, let's have a high-tech duel. It's like he's not taking this war seriously. The incident comes amid growing brazen attacks after Russia's President Vladimir Putin proposed a high-tech duel with Kiev during his end-of-year news conference on Thursday, suggesting he would test his claims that Russia's new hypersonic ballistic missile was impervious into its air defences. So he has been saying for a long time that his hypersonic missiles cannot be intercepted, they cannot be shot down. Whether that is true or not, we don't know, but he's happy to sort of say, let's have a high-tech duel, we put it to the test, I'll fire a missile, now let's see if you can intercept it and shoot it down. Most probably not something you would normally put out in a news conference or out to another country when you're at war, but we just don't know what he's thinking at the minute. With this attack, it now really seems like Ukraine are stepping up their efforts and really sort of trying to put pressure onto Russia and try and bring an end to this war. Like I said, I believe this is the first time that they have struck so deep into Russia and really sort of going for residential buildings. I know that they said they were going to sort of attack military targets, but this is completely different. It's nowhere near any sort of military infrastructure. You've hit a residential tower building. So maybe they're sort of trying to get a point across to say, look, you've been doing it to us, we're now going to do it to you. We're not going to step down. We're not going to start, we're not going to start pulling out. We are really going to sort of counterattack you, and we are going to advance into Russia and try and push you out and really show that we are strong. That is what it's looking like to me. Hopefully there is no actual civilian casualties. We know Russia have been doing it to Ukraine, but we don't want any civilian casualties on either side, really. It's the last thing that anyone actually wants. Hopefully we can get an end to this war soon. But yeah, I think Ukraine are really sort of stepping up now, really sort of putting an emphasis and trying to, get Putin to back down a little bit. I don't think it's going to work. I think he's just going to step up his attacks. He's been increasing his sort of missile and drone attacks daily to sort of really empty out sort of Ukrainians' air defense. The amount of drones that have been going on, I don't know how long Ukraine can keep up sort of intercepting sort of missiles and drones. They are happening daily. They are happening multiple times throughout a day. But yeah, that's what's happened at the minute. They're calling it a 9/11 style attack. Obviously nowhere near as bad, but Ukraine are really stepping up their war effort. They're really trying to put pressure on Putin. Have they gone a step too far attacking residential buildings? If it was them, Russia are doing it to them. Does that mean Ukraine can do it to Russia? Should civilian sort of targets, infrastructure be attacked? I'd be very interested to hear what you've sort of got to say on this. So please comment below with what your thoughts are on this. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Here at Combat Ready HQ, we are all about challenging limits and embracing innovation. That's why I'm thrilled to introduce our sponsor DYU Cycle and their game-changing electric bikes, the C1 and the C6 Pro. These aren't just bikes, they're your gateway to a whole new riding experience. The DYU C1 is built for versatility with 26 times 2.5 inch all-terrain tyres. It confidently handles cobblestone streets, muddy paths and rainy conditions. Its removable battery gives you an impressive range of up to 65 kilometers with a top speed of 25 kilometers an hour. It's perfect for taking on urban adventures. Then there's the C6 Pro, the ultimate adventure companion. Designed for performance and comfort, it boasts a longer range of 75 kilometers, robust build quality and off-road capability. Whether you're hitting the trails or cruising along distances, this bike will have your back. And the great things about this, they come pretty much half assembled. You get a padlock and chain with it, and it comes with the battery charger and all the keys and accessories that you need. DYU bikes redefine convenience and versatility, making them perfect for riders of all levels. Want to commute smarter or explore further? These are the bikes for you. You can check out both bikes in the description below. There's also a discount code for you to use as well. These are great bikes if you just want to get out, explore and adventure, and they've got a whole range of different bikes, whether it's city, urban bikes or more rural adventures. Honestly, check them out in the description below.